And what nobody's talking about in either my situation 30 years ago or the situation now is that skin is still skin. You can make the needles better all day long, but somewhere in this whole mix, we just forgot to tell people, hey, your skin is really what's going to dictate what holds the tattoo together. So I think there were a whole wave of tattoos that were absolute trash. And we were fighting so hard to be unique that we were forgetting the foundations. In fact, we forgot them so hard that we didn't even really know them. Like I was, God, 9 years into tattooing, and I started at Iron Age, somewhere in there. And I got cornered by Brad Fink and Josh Chapman in a little corner nook. I cornered. And they're like, dude, if you don't figure out how to do clean outlines, you're fired. And this was 9 years in. I was published in multiple magazines. I was invited to guest spot all over Europe. I thought I had made it. And quickly I was just smacked down. You know what I mean? So it's like the repercussions there were inflated egos based on false hopes and dreams. Now, I don't regret any of it because it really pushed the industry into what it is now. I think like neo-traditional, I think illustrative techniques, I think all of that came out of all of that exploration. But the big loss was customers really got the short end of the stick. You know what I mean?
I 100% agree. Let me change my view here. That's funny because that's I can totally relate to like that idea of like the churn and burn, and then like who am I tattooing? Like, at the end of the day when you're doing your books and you've done 9 and 10 tattoos and you can't even remember what the first one is, and you got to go into the stencils to figure out what it was. It's like it's terrible. It's a terrible feeling. I never wanted to lose that connection, so I can 100% relate with that.
Yeah.
I also want to say, how fucking badass is it that you have that Malone machine? You still have it, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's
You
still
know,
got most of the original parts. I was talking to a couple guys. I've got a couple shank maids. Uh, and I was talking about maybe sending it up to him to have it rebuilt.
yeah, it still has magic in it,
Bring
though.
it back. Huh?
Don't you feel like some of those machines still just have magic in it? Like you just look at them in the
Oh,
drawer and you're
yeah.
like,
I'm not going to rebuild it. I mean, that's still one of my favorite. That thing is humming, man. That
yeah,
thing is it's over 30 years old, and it's still like I retuned it. Mike would be rolling in his grave
yeah.
because I've got that thing tuned. It was supposed to be like a 9 liner and like a heavy packer. You know what I mean? Like heavy hitter. I've got that thing so feather soft. I use it for gray shading and like fine line.
Is,
But you know,
what did you realize who Mike Malone was at the time? Because you were still kind of new to tattooing.
well, I mean, Mike was, yeah. I mean, I was new